My 35M wife, 34F, just told me that she had a brief affair 4 years ago.
My wife Kara and I've been married for almost 8 years. A couple of years into our marriage, we decided we wanted kids and started trying for. After not conceiving for over a year, we had ourselves checked out and I found out that I am sterile. This came as a massive blow because we've always wanted children. It was a very dark time for me. I was very miserable and threw myself at my work. I drank a lot and wasn't at home very much. I wasn't a good husband or partner to Kara. This went on for around 6 months. Kara tried to help for months, but after some time, she stopped. I eventually managed to get out of that slump. Kara and I spent a lot of time working on our relationship after that, and I thought we came out stronger. We had a lot of discussions and decided to adopt children. We adopted 2 kids. I thought we had a good marriage. Recently, one of Kara's close friends died in an accident. Kara has been acting very strangely since then, but I chalked it up to grief and have tried to help her. Yesterday, we sent our kids to my parents for the weekend. Kara told me about her affair after we had dinner. This is what she told me. When I was in my miserable phase, she was miserable too. She was devastated that we couldn't have children and started talking to a female coworker about it. Because I wasn't available. As I started withdrawing, Kara started relying on her more and more. A few weeks in, Kara started spending more time with her. One weekend they got drunk and had sex. This went on for over 2 months until Kara decided to break it off. Kara had proof that the affair was only under 3 months. She saved all the messages from when it started and when she ended it. Kara showed them to me and her coworker begged her to leave me in those messages. Kara stopped contact with that coworker and even left that job at that time to break it off completely. Kara told me that she rethought her life when her close friend died and didn't want to hide it from me anymore. I'm feeling devastated right now. She lied to me for 4 years. We adopted kids. I haven't been able to function all day. I told her that I needed to think and that I didn't want to talk to her. I've been in the guest bedroom all day and I can't think straight. What should I do now? How should I proceed? My head I'm messed up and I am not able to think properly. Do I need to anything immediately? I'd recommend checking these subreddits out. They're more suited to your situation. R as one after infidelity and R surviving infidelity. You think you'll be able to trust her again? If not, it's better not to insist on staying together. Recommend you check out R surviving infidelity for support. I suggest the R as one after infidelity sub for you to know how to deal in a healthy way. You don't have to make a decision now. Process your feelings and go to therapy. It would be good for your wife to do individual counseling too, and after that the 2 of you do marriage counseling. Do not blame yourself. Even if you've been negligent for a while, having an affair was entirely her responsibility and she needs to take responsibility for it. Be completely honest with yourself. Do you think you can trust her ever again? If the answer is no, you know what to do. ETA. Who the hell cares if she cheated with a man or a woman? She cheated. Period. Stop making stupid excuses for cheaters. It's funny how if she had cheated with a man everyone would be like dump her, but since it was a women all the comments are like, let's not be too hasty. I was reading some of the responses to Op. I do believe a lot of responses have gender bias in them. If he had cheated on her, there would be no latitude, no excuses. It would be, leave that jerk. How dare he cheat on you when you were in your darkest need? It would have been a female pack mentality to come to the support of the woman who was cheated on. I think women here should use that same pack mentality to come to the support of Op. But all that being said, Op has a big decision. The fact that you have 2 kids now makes it way more complicated. It comes down to, after you finish processing this, can you trust her? Do you feel it was a one-time thing and that she has been faithful to you since getting back together? Good luck, man. You people say that you understand why Kara felt the need to get close to her female coworker. But OP's behavior doesn't rationalize the affair. If you're a stand-up person, you break a toxic relationship off or take a break. If you feel like there might be a future, you don't cheat. I would go with both individual and couples therapy. You have every right to feel hurt, sad, confused, and angry. Whatever feelings you have are valid, and even though the affair was years ago for her, it's brand new to you and you can take as long as you need to process and decide. I'd wait to make any decisions. Give yourself at least 2 months, and during that time, you get to set the tone of the relationship for you and Kara, meaning if you want to sleep in the same bed or not, if you want to have sex or not, if you need space or not. During this 2 months, she needs to accept your processing, and your feelings on many things will change hour by hour at times as you're reminded of her infidelity. I would, however, be careful to not say or do something you'd regret, like calling names. Don't let a situation make you a worse person than you are. You keep your moral high ground by remaining who you are. If you're religious, try Romans 12:9-21, which totally helped me over the years to stay true to who I was, no matter what pain I found myself in. My personal opinion is that infidelity isn't always cut and dry. Nor does it always have to mean divorce or the end of the relationship. It can, but it doesn't have to, even though society tends to make us feel differently. Your situation is the exact reason I believe that, because while there is zero excuse for infidelity, there are times when extenuating circumstances, heartfelt remorse, and renewed commitment can help a couple move forward. Story time. When I was 3, my sister died. My parents grieved hard. During this time, my dad did what you did and my mom did what your wife did. Eventually they worked through it. They're celebrating 46 years this year. It wasn't easy, but it's possible. Don't rush to decision and work with a therapist who is paid not to judge you. Good luck. Edit. Thanks for the awards, all. Too kind. I don't understand why so many people are telling you to pretty much let it slide. There's never an excuse for cheating. Yes, you both were in a dark place, but cheating is never the answer. It sounds like she had many chances to rethink her choices, but she chose to betray you while you were at your lowest. She decided it would be best for you not to know. Only reason you know now is because she died? So if she would have never died, you would have never known, even through adoptions and raising children together. I personally find that unforgivable. Honestly, the fact that she cheated on you during a rough patch shows you what kind of morals she has. Do you want to take the chance that she won't do it again? Unlikely. Do you want to be with someone who you cannot trust or respect anymore? I have a hard breakup rule with cheaters. If I were you, no matter what she says or does, I'd break it off. While I get what other people are saying, you can never escape that feeling. Every time you look at her, you're going to remember what she did. Every time you have a beautiful moment, it'll be ruined by the fact that you'll never be able to not think about her sleeping with someone else. You'll even dream about it at night sometimes. If you think you can live with that, and you genuinely want to be with her, not because you're afraid of being lonely, but rather because you think you can build a good life with this woman, then go for it. Just remember, if that's what you decide, it's going to be hard. Regardless. Best of luck, bro. I'm sorry this happened. Why did she wait 4 years to tell you? If it's over, why did she keep the texts? Since her affair was with another woman, is she wanting a reason to split up so she can't come out of the closet? Is she wanting to have another affair but maybe feels guilty since the two of you have worked to improve your marriage? From what you wrote, it sounds like she justified her affair because the two of you were in a slump. Sounds like she has some explaining to do. If you don't think you can trust her anymore, then that's another conversation y'all should have. IDKWTF is up with the comments, but it isn't okay because it was with a female. It was not your fault because you were withdrawn, and it does not excuse her actions. 2 months is a long time to keep something up, and 4 years is a long time to lie to someone you supposedly love. She is in the wrong. You are not. Don't let any of the man haters in the comments convince you otherwise. Your feelings are valid. Ouch. The problem I'm having with this is that she has hidden it for well over half of your marriage. She should have came clean and told you well before you and her decided to bring children into the picture. I don't think she intended on telling you at all. Her friend dying tragically made her rethink life. But that doesn't make any of what she did okay. Whether or not you were a bad husband at the time doesn't justify what she did. I'm really shocked that so many people here act as if she had reason. Confiding in a friend would be 100% fine. Having sex with them is not. There are boundaries you simply don't cross when you're married. That is one of them. There are so many healthy ways you both could have dealt with your health issue. If she needed support so badly, why didn't she go to therapy? You don't have to make any decisions right now. In fact, I think you should take a little space from her so you can collect yourself and think things through. If the guest room is where you feel best, stay there. If you prefer family, go to family. Get support for yourself. Talk to family. Consider talking to a therapist alone so you can figure out what your next steps might be. First, I am so sorry that you are going through this. It's a terrible betrayal, and no, you don't have to make any decisions right now. But the time will eventually come when you need to decide if you can or should forgive her. Take as much time as you need to process. I can't tell you if your marriage will survive it. I have read that it can. But it takes a lot of work, and you both have to be willing to put that work in to rebuild trust. If that is what you want, you may find that you are unable to get over the betrayal and may choose separation or divorce, and at that point you will have to find a way to company parent your children and navigate the legalities of custody and the separation of marital assets that will come with its own challenges. You're understandably overwhelmed. Just know she made a deliberate decision to deceive you, and she allowed you to adopt children while lying to you. That is the part that bothered me the most about your story. This was not a one-night stand either. It continued for months. I'm not sure I would be able to get over that if that happened to me. I'd probably try for the sake of the children. But I'm not sure I could ever trust her again. Again, I'm so sorry this happened. I hope you find a way to get through this and do what's best for all of you. Wishing you peace. There is a lot of excuse making for Op's wife. All I'm saying is if my partner is turning into a depressed alcoholic over something that would cause both of us a lot of grief, I probably wouldn't sleep with the first person to listen to my troubles. Cheating is different for many people. Cheating is to break the promises within the constraints of your own marriage. For some people there is financial cheating, emotional cheating, crossing boundaries, or not being the partner you should be. What your partner did is wrong and should not be condoned. Even with your own emotional turmoil. Her cheating was selfish and inappropriate, and you didn't deserve it. Not even if you were not meeting the goals and actions a husband should be meeting. You wouldn't have done this to her. What if she had been infertile? She threw away her future with you. Not in just one drunken night that she immediately fessed up to and took appropriate steps to correct. But for months. Months of seeing you drown in sorrow only to behave this way. Knowing that it could only devastate you more. I believe that people change. I've known good people who did bad things. And bad people who did good things. It isn't about her, or what she may do in the future. It's about you. You can choose to be empathic, which I believe you are. You admit you've had shortcomings and that being infertile was a blow to your wife as well as you. You can be forgiving. You can thank her for fessing up, for the good times and the beautiful children you've both adopted. And you can leave her all the same. What you feel in your heart, whatever you choose, is not right or wrong. This relationship relies on you just as much as it relies on her. You don't have to go to therapy and fix what she has broken. But know this. Breaking up, getting with someone new, there is always a chance that this person could be a cheater, an abuser, a bad person. No one is safe from this kind of turmoil. To me, sticking it out and working through it might be just as much energy as leaving and starting over. For me, I would continue to build and grow. I would work on forgiving. And if I couldn't, it was all I ever thought about. If I couldn't trust them, I would know to leave and move on. I wish you nothing but the best. It is funny. Like, when did the people of Reddit start condoning cheating? I have literally read some comments that are implying that the betrayed spouse should be the one asking for forgiveness. He is the party that was wronged. How you want to deal with this is completely up to you. Homie, she only told you because guilt was eating her up. If the friend hadn't died and been the straw that broke the camel's back of her guilt, would she have said anything to you? After 4 years? More than likely not. She felt bad, but never bad enough to tell you until she experienced a midlife crisis brought upon by death. She's had zero interest in being truthful until now. You have proof she did it, regardless of whether she pulled her head out of her own ass or not and quit it. Use it to end it. Odds are you'll never trust her again, and this will breed resentment and hate.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.